This is a tutorial to show you how to make a Halloween pop-up from Three Bears Prints. As you can see, there are two different sizes, a small one and a big one. And as you open and shut it, it reveals bats which are stuck onto two different kinds of angle folds flying out. So to make this, you start off by printing out the pieces double-sided. So if you're making the large version, you will end up with 3 sheets. As you can see, the pair of bats is double-sided, and you must remember to print the back because that's crucial for lining it up. And this is also double-sided. Print it on a borderless photo printing setting. And as you can see, there are also other parts which you have to print out, the supports and then the single bat. So let me show you how to make this. You start off with your coffin, you score it down the middle and you fold it in half. Easy peasy. Now we're going to add all the different parts bit by bit. Take the triangle that has the dot printed on it. Make sure you've scored all the lines, and it's a really good idea to score the lines before you cut the paper. So that's a good tip. Okay, so take your triangle, get a little bit of glue and apply some glue to the flaps. And line them up on the lines. The way I do it is I do one side at a time and make sure that middle line lines up with the crease on your card. Okay, so stick one side and let it dry for a little while, and then stick the other side. Okay. While it's drying, get your bat, and we're going to apply some glue to this area, which is a very clear 45-degree angle. And you're just going to apply it between these straight lines here. Okay, so just apply a bit of glue. My dog's hairs always get stuck to the glue, never mind. You won't see it. Now, before you stick it, just check that that mechanism is working. So as you can see, oops, maybe needs a little bit longer to dry, but it was a good position. So let's pop that back down, and then we're going to stick the bat onto the side that has that black dot on it, and make sure that you line it up so it sits on that triangle. The area should match, and then let it dry. So that's an easy mechanism to do. The second mechanism is a bit more complicated. Cut out your pair of bats and make sure you've scored it, and you'll see that the score line should line up with this printed area on the back. And you'll see that you have a triangular area, and that triangular area with the arrow matches the size of this orange triangle with that little flap there. So this long side of the triangle will be matched with the long side of that triangle. So let's put a bit of glue on it. This is the most fiddly bit that you'll probably have to do, and match these triangles. Okay, then give it a little chance to dry. While that's drying, let's just check that this top bat is working. Yeah, that's working perfectly. Sometimes when you stick things, you'll see there's a little bit sticking out. Just take your steel ruler and your craft knife and trim that so that you've got a nice clean edge. That looks great, doesn't it? So now we're going to attach the rectangle to hold this in place. So put a bit of glue on there and stick it down like so, and then let's attach the other side. A bit of glue in there. There we go, and stick it down. There we are. And we'll let it have a chance to dry. So in the meantime, let's stick the support piece onto there. So a bit of glue, stick it so that so let's just check that this one is okay now. That all seems to have stuck and dried. There we go, that looks great. So another tricky bit, but easy to do really, is we're going to stick this into place. So that's the position that your bats are going to be in the end. Take the right hand side triangle and just put some glue on that right hand side flap there, like so. And stick it into place along the bottom red line and hold it in place for a few minutes. Like so. And when you think that's stuck, pull the other one into place. Just get some glue on it. And tuck it under and into place on the other side. And hold it down. There we go. So the last thing to do is you have to fold it and then glue this into place. So check that the mechanism is working, which it is. And then you're going to fold this so that the bottom two parts are folded forward and the top part is folded back. And then put some glue on that top flap. I find it easier to hold it in place with a paintbrush and then fold it into position like so. And just stick it all down. There we go. And when you open it, as you can see, the bats are all in place, and that will be forming a parallelogram. There you are.